Alright, we're back with more of Avernum 4 Green Glory, and that was painful, trying to take that on and completely failing entirely. So, in the meantime, we're just going to have to come back to that. And besides, the Dispel Barrier spell is not something we could cast anyway, because we need mage spells. Let's go at 13, and Sabrina only has 10 right now. So yeah, it looks like we're going to have to come back to it. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and talk to other people. The alchemist of the Tower Colony is a very busy woman. The sweat runs down her face, mixing with the dust and bits of splatter concoctions. She looks exhausted, worn down by constant rush orders from hosts of eccentric experimenters. "Oh, a new face," she says when she sees you. "Looks like I have more work to do. What do you need? Out with it." Then she sighs and slowly calms down. My apologies. Getting snappish. I'm Kimmer, and this is my workshop. I can help you when you have need. It's just that my assistants are very late getting here. I want to learn about the tower. She frowns, you flinch, waiting for another angry outburst. Go talk to Kellner. He deals with all of that. I'm sure he wants to talk to you. She waves roughly to the northeast. Kellner's tower is up that way. Why haven't your assistants gotten here? Well, from what I hear, they can't get through Almeria. The city has become infested by a black shade. All the people there are paranoid now. They won't let people through. It's a real problem for anyone trying to get out of the Great Cave, or in. How can I get through? I'm sure I don't know. Attack the gate, maybe? Kimmer continues to work on her potions while speaking with you. Occasionally, she makes an aside about how much she has to do and how little help she has available. Occasionally, a apprentice sneaks in and places another written order on her table. Do you have any potions for sale? Most of Kimmer's stock has been bought by wizards and their apprentices, but she still has a few potions left. Okay, let me go ahead and... Okay, I think at least at this point now, we might be good to go ahead and sell potions we have. I am going to keep on the mobility. I am going to keep the invulnerability potion though, but I think I'm good to sell the other stuff. Energy elixir I'm going to hang on to. I mean, I say that now and then famous last words before I get overwhelmed by some, like... by something that I don't have a potion for it. But, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I am going to hang on to invulnerability potions, though. Okay, I'm not going to worry about... Ooh, a restoration elixir. That would probably be good. It's kind of pricey, though. Can you do any custom work for me? I knew it. I knew it would come to that. But yes, Kellner said that if he came by, you were to be assisted. So I have no choice. She points at a thick book on a pedestal by the west wall. I've made notes of what I can make and what I will need. Please consult that before wasting too much of my time. Alright, another job to do. Stand back. I have to work quick. She takes the herbs, smells them, nods approval, and starts to chop them. Soon she is a whirlwind of mixing, boiling, and purifying. Her work is remarkably fast and precise. She soon presents you with a small clay vial, sealed with a cork. I don't need anything. Well, that is a relief. Okay, I want to make sure I at least have plenty of healing to go around. Okay, now each of my characters has 2 of each. Once again, you meet Oliver, the traveling merchant. He is pleased to see you, but not surprised. Hello again, friend. It is good to see a familiar face, one not lost in the exploration of secrets we were not meant to learn. My mission in these ruins has met with success. I have new items in stock, excellent quality goods, and such reasonable prices. Take advantage quickly before I move on. Let me see what you have. Oliver has a variety of items, some of them magical. These artifacts are very dirty as if recently dug up. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and just buy the lockpicks. I want to sell something. How do you like the Tower of Magi? It is an unhappy place, hostile and paranoid. Ugly history. Though I have had a very productive time restocking my wares, I have been eager to buy items of value. You've been buying things? When I can. The workers are supposed to turn in anything of value they find to the wizards. They are not well paid, though, families to feed. I can pay them the money they need to get by. For trinkets, of course. The people here aren't friendly? Bah! Wizards, what an unfriendly lot. If I had such powers, I would not create a morbid place like this. No, I would create a wonderful settlement with fine drinks and ladies. Magic ladies. Instead, it is all cranky old men, noses in the air. I am eager to move on. Oliver stands obtrusively nearby, ready to pounce in an instant if you show even the slightest indication of wanting to buy something. His pack of goods and supplies litter the stone around his feet. Where are you going next? Hopefully to the Great Cave. I want to get to Darman. I have a shipment of very high quality items waiting there for me. First, though, I need to know how to enter the Great Cave. Is it difficult? Very much so. As you may have heard, the city of Almeria has grown mad. Paranoid. The influence of a shade, no doubt. And I am not enough of an adventurer to figure out a way through. And Almeria controls what is currently the only route west. But I'm sure you have predicted what is coming. If you can tell me how to get through Almeria, I will pay. A nice trinket, recovered from the dusty ruins of this unhappy tower. Any advice for how to get through? A long sigh. None. I'm not a smuggler. But smugglers have been getting through there, so there is a way. Look for any forts or colonies on the east shore of the Almerian River. If anyone knows the way through... There is a small dining hall here for visitors to the tower. There is currently only one person here. A small, pale, busy woman sitting at a table covered with papers. Notes, ledgers, and singed records from the tower ruins. When you approach, she takes a happy break from her work. She shakes your hand and says, I am Misha, envoy from the castle. Good to see you. I heard about your arrival. Your journey to the Great Cave goes well, I trust. I might be able to assist you with it. You are the castle envoy? Yes, the castle has stationed me here to keep an eye on the tower. While King Staris is eager to see Avernum's magical community working at full efficiency, he was determined that they should only function under careful supervision. You, of course, are allowed much more freedom. How did you hear of me? We of the castle may be lowly courtiers, but we are good at our jobs. Word has been spreading of your exploits since your adventure in Fort Draco. I don't know exactly what that adventure was, but the castle is most interested. Why am I allowed freedom? Avernum has, time and time again, been saved by the courage of enterprising freelancers like yourself. Avernum is a wild land, ever saved by wild means. You can assist me with my journey to the Great Cave? I can, not with materials or my aid in battle, of course, but with information. As I am sure you are aware, the larger cities of Avernum have been invaded by shades. Large, powerful constructs. Almeria, the city that is the great gateway to the Great Cave, has been so infected. Have you had any success defeating the shades? No, not yet, not a bit. There are 2 shades in the cities of the Great Cave, and the Crown has taken steps to defeat them. Casualties have been high, success has been non-existent. And what do I need to know about Almeria? That they will bar their gates to you if you are lucky, hang you if you are not. The minds of the townsfolk have been adversely affected, you see. Perhaps more so than normal because the shade never leaves. Some of the shades travel. The one in Almeria is stationary. One shade travels between Formello and Silvar, the other between Blosk and Darman. Almeria is truly unfortunate. So what do you recommend? There is an old, mostly forgotten fort northeast of Almeria. It is called Camp Samuels. I recommend making it your base of operations as you try to find a way through Almeria. Perhaps someone there can help you find a way through. What are those papers? Misha sits at the table and silently shuffles through the papers. She clearly looks like she would enjoy burning the whole lot. She's far more interested in talking to you, minor celebrity that you are. What are those papers? They are my effort to understand the workings of this community, both in the past and now. Then I can make proper recommendations regarding its administration. Then, of course, the wizards will ignore my advice and regard me with contempt. They will then attempt to find the most efficient way to blow up this entire region. I found a letter with some bandits. It had a strange symbol on it. Yes, and they are assaulting you? I am not surprised. I know little of this group. They are called the Dark Side Loyalists. The castle was only starting to learn of them when I left. Surely the castle can tell you more. Have you heard of someone named Albrecht? No, but that sounds very intriguing, and fortunately outside of the current scope of my responsibilities. Wait, didn't I give a quest to, like, get notes, stuff like that? Oh, Mariah, not Misha. Okay. Okay. I was like, why didn't the quest activate that way? Sage Michaela is sitting at the table consuming food. Whenever she can, she orders a new dish. Then she tastes and makes notes on it in one of her journals. Occasionally, she looks up at you. How are you? Feel free to taste something. I share, only seek knowledge. Okay, so I've already talked to them that way. Do you have a question for me? She sets aside a spoon and readies her pen. I do. What is your question? She finishes her bowl of broth and grabs parchment and pen. I am pleased to be able to ask. We've done a lot of traveling in Avernum. It's hard. Too cold or too hot. Dark. Having to constantly scramble over piles of boulders. And, of course, the cave quakes. They can destroy anything at any moment. But you have been here a lot longer than me. How does it seem to you? Do you just get used to it? Travel is difficult and dangerous, but it's that way everywhere. A strange opinion. Travel in the Empire is demonstrably safer. In fact, that is one of the great achievements of our Empire. Smooth roads, no bandits. What good is an Empire if it can't provide that? You must see that. How do you feel about this? About how even a simple journey from town to town can just kill you? Many of us do die. It is the price we pay to be free. Sage Michaela nods. The route of nobility. You turn the danger you subject yourself to into a badge of moral superiority. It's not a rock falling on your head. Instead, it's part of your glorious superior identity. Fascinating. Thank you. You have given me something to ponder. She reaches for a chunk of salty roast lizard meat. I wish you safe exploring. Appreciate it. This journey is more risky than we expected, but we serve the Empress. We will do our duty. You wish to speak more. The deep voice of Arkan echoes out of the depths of his helmet. I am sure that we both have much to learn. He continues to turn away the food or drink of the underworld. Do you have a question for me? Yes, there is something I want to discuss. Ask your question. He leans back in his chair. I understand you've been doing a lot of traveling. Had a number of adventures. As I'm sure you know right now, the monster plagues afflicting Avernum are very similar to the Vontai attack on the Empire 20 years ago. Vengeful beasts, Vontai. Have you found any evidence that they are involved? I know that some Vontai are involved, but there is much left to learn. He nods. I believe you. Your honesty is wise. I can help Avernum get a potentially valuable resource. What do you mean? Empress Prospect of the Empire, for whatever reason, favors Avernum. She knows full well how deadly angry Vontai can be. Perhaps she can help in your struggle. Perhaps some of the knowledge you can offer can help us. Knowledge is easy to offer, and I'm sure our Empress would provide it. However, in the end, you will need blazing fire. Still, if you can hold your enemies off long enough, you might be able to ask us for aid. And then, in time, pay a fair price for it. Good day to you. With the squeak from his helmet, he nods. And to you, warrior, I hope that this peace holds. Ringenberg sits and quietly watches. His words are few and far between. Sometimes he eats sparingly. His chewing is slow and deliberate, as if he's trying to determine what seasonings he can sell to Avernum with the greatest profit. You feel in him a kindred spirit. You're both out here trying to get rich, after all. His constant stare is unnerving, though. Is there anything you want to know? It is early in my journey. I'm not yet ready for specifics. Still, you have traveled. You have goals. I do have a question for you. Ask your question. I'm a businessman. I came here looking for opportunities for trade. Assuming Avernum survives its current trial, our two lands may be able to use our relative strengths to make each of us wealthier and safer. So, be honest. The Empire controls a known world. We are immense with nearly limitless resources. What can Avernum hope to offer us that we don't already have? We have unique knowledge. Strangely, that is true. There's something about this land. It changes thought, enables your great thinkers to go places those under the sun cannot. You have much unique learning, both from your own minds and those in the Vantai. Knowledge, agreed. Good ideas until we steal them. And how does Avernum feel about the trade with the Empire? Trade between us and the Empire makes us both rich. Ringenberg nods. The most rational attitude. It is correct. There is no law that says our lands have to be at war forever. Let us have peace and let us grow rich and strong. Thank you for your time. I hope we can speak again farther down the road. I hope your visit is productive. As do I. Thank you for your time. I wish you well. Okay. Mariah carefully takes the scrolls and sets to work cataloging them. You remind her of the reward. Oh, yes, she says. Then she gives you 3 scrolls that were found in the ruins that she doesn't need for the collection. The Tower of Magi was once home to one of the 2 largest magical libraries in Avernum. Only the repository of scrolls and tomes in Patrick's Tower in the Great Cave could rival it. However, most of the books were destroyed along with the tower. This woman is sorting and repairing the works that survive. She is not enjoying the work. She has a healthy complexion, which indicates that she only recently came from the surface. She is very nervous, and bags under her eyes suggest she hasn't been sleeping much. She shakes your hand nervously. I am Mariah, temporary librarian for the Tower Colony. Welcome to you. I'm afraid the collection is not yet ready for sustained research. You are restoring the Tower's collection? Yes, I am. It is a difficult job. The workers dig scrolls and books out of the rubble, ruining them in the process. They bring them to me, and I try to restore and catalog them. Some progress is being made, in the midst of much futility. You are from the surface? Yes, I was brought down through the portal at some expense. Kellner wisely decided to reassemble this library using up-to-date Empire archival techniques. It's nice to meet someone else from the surface. Reminds me that I won't be down here forever. Do you have any books that might interest me? If only you were the first passing warrior to ask me that. No. Few intact spell books have been recovered, and none of those had any incantations that might aid you in battle. Can't replacement books be brought from the surface? No, the Empire strongly restricts who is allowed to study magic. Any tome with actual power is even more restricted. That is why I was brought here, to recover whatever could be found. Mariah the librarian stands very close to you as you speak. She seems happy to have someone here who is armed. She is happy for a respite from flipping through moldy, crumbling text. She makes lots of light conversation, trying to get you to stay as long as possible. Where are you from? I was brought down from the surface to do this work. It was decided that only an experienced librarian was up to this task. How do you like Avernum? It is horrible. I don't know how you can stand to live down here. It's so dark, so moldy. I always feel the walls closing in on me. I suppose everyone else feels this way for a while. How did you get down here? Through the portal. It's between here and the Great Cave. It is how everyone and everything travels from the surface to Avernum and back. You seem nervous. Of course, because of the presence. Can't you feel it? It is... I'm sorry, you should go talk to Kellner. You may not believe me, but he does. A sage named Lark is trying to decipher this language. Can you help? Mariah takes the scroll and inspects it closely. Then she hands it back to you, shaking her head. I've seen so many books in every language under the sun, and some that never saw the sun, but I've never seen this script. You should look in a real library, not a ruined one. I hear that the only decent magical library left in Avernum is in Patrick's Tower. At least that is what I hear. I've never been there, of course. It's in the, she thinks, the Great Cave. Yes, they might be able to identify the script. Alright, let's go ahead and sell these and... Ooh, actually, let's hang on to that one, because that might actually be very useful. Get some enemies. Okay, I know I already talked to X. I know I talked to them. Can't talk to any of the apprentices due to an oath of silence. Okay, that's Misha. Okay, no jobs currently available. So yeah, as far as the quest to defeat the demon, obviously that's gonna have to come later because there is no way I can beat all those freaking like homunculuses like right now. Let's go ahead and talk to these people though. I forgot to talk to them while I was coming down here. And I will go ahead and take these since I will need more light. There is a small merchant caravan stopped by the side of the road. Some of their wagons have been smashed and they are stuck for a while making repairs. The head trader, a small, nervous-looking man, approaches you. His skin still has a mostly natural color. He recently came from the surface. Welcome to this little campsite. Feel free to share it. I'm Brosco. As you can see, we've had some troubles, and we're not above doing a little training to finance our repairs. Did you get attacked? I'm afraid so. Ogres live to the southwest. Normally, they are too scared by Avernum to attack. Lately, they have been, well... He waves at his wagons, damaged by thrown rocks and javelins. Why'd you stop here and not keep running? He shakes his head. Cavequake. The roads to the north are a mess. We had to fix the wagons before we could maneuver them over the rubble. Any good places to rest near here? For a mighty warrior like you, just go to the Tower Colony, not far to the south. Seen anything interesting on your journey? We passed near the surface portal. I think something is wrong there. Normally, when we pass, our skin itches and our hair stands on end. This time, nothing. Worrying. Roscoe takes a break from organizing his caravan's departure. Would you like anything else? Decide fast, we won't be here forever. Roscoe is selling goods out of the back of his wagon to pay for supplies and repairs. His prices are low. They're a touch desperate to get to a safe harbor. I don't need anything. Alright, thank you. Hope we're gone by the time you're back. Okay, now what I want to do though... Ogre Discipline. Yeah, purging the tower is going to have to come later, honestly. Climb down Crane, purge the tower. Route through Almeria. Glowing Basalt. Camp Samuels. Where the testing grounds at? Is it not the... Okay. It's not back at the testing hall I found very early on, right? First, let me go ahead and head back over to a honeycomb here. Because I do want to go back to that guy. Why do I have to... Yeah, find where that dude even was. Come on. That's a problem. I don't even know where he was at. He was talking about Avernum's ruins here. Where the heck is this dude even at again? Oh, come on. Really? Yeah, I want to get back to Sleater, but how do I get back to him? Okay, so obviously whatever this freaking... Okay, yeah, maybe going through the bounty hunter area is like the best option here. I ended the most recent undead plague for Murtis, just so you know. Sleater nods. That was a good deed. You have done me a favor. Now Murtis is less likely to annoy me and waste my time. What is in these caves? Who lived here? What secrets are in there? What sort of help? He removes an iron key from his robes and hands it to you. I found this in the rubble in the lair. That was as far as I dared to go. It is tarnished and slightly bent, but it still looks usable. If you want to explore the lair and clear out any traps or other such inconveniences, you would be welcome to welcome to all the trinkets you find. Just leave intact any scrolls or other writings for my study. Okay, duly noted then. Probably could have done this already, but you know it is what it is. Oh no. I forgot I used the last dispel Oh no, I used the last piercing crystal in the Tower of Magi. Dagnabbit. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to come back to this regardless. Okay, that sucks. That really sucks. Dagnabbit, why did I... Okay, so as soon as I either get the spell barrier or another piercing crystal, I'm going right back down there. Dang it, but yeah, I already used my last piercing crystal in the... Okay, now I at least have an idea of how to get back to Avernum's lair, though. Oh, speaking of the Tower of Magi, does that guy actually have a piercing... Does Oliver have a piercing crystal? So I could just use that. Oh, I forgot to read that, You flip through Kimmer's book of recipes. Most of it make no sense to you. The first page, however, has a simple list, and it just gives like a list of ingredients. Okay, do you have a piercing crystal? Yes, perfect. Okay, we can go back there. We can go back there then. Because, yeah, I need to be able to crack that barrier. Okay. Feels weird being back in Murtis when we already went so far, but... Honeycomb was a freaking maze, though, I swear. How do I get back there again? Okay. Might be down here. Yeah, the bandit way is definitely the best way to go back to Sleater. For sure. well as to Avernum's ruins. Dang, I need to get more spells, though. I mean, it's taking me forever to be able to find someone that will sell me more spells. Besides counter, but I have to clear out the tower first, and I can't do that because... because I can't take down the enemy right now. The freaking clay homunculus, which keeps spawning. I mean, I know how to beat it. You have to be strong enough to take out all of them before they spawn, but geez, it's just a lot. Okay, let's go ahead and use the light source. We'll quick save. Okay, good. Now we can get in here. What the heck? To the north, you see a massive stone door. It leads to the inner chamber of a dragon's lair. You can't inspect the door closely, though. A large drake walks out to block your way. I am Gessalus, it says, and I am here to discharge my debt. This is the lair of the dragon Atheron. It is to be kept pristine and undisturbed until she decides to return. I will tell you that what I told that pest leader. You may not enter. To approach closer is to be destroyed, and so on. You said that you have a debt to Atheron? Yes, a mighty debt, and I will pay it by guarding the lair for 300 years. What did Atheron do for you? It is no business of yours, you soft, fleshy little person. And do you know what is still in her lair? I do not know, though if I did, I would lie about whether I knew or not. Great treasure? Not likely. No proper dragon could leave her piles of gold alone that long. Plus, I would have stolen it by now. Secret knowledge? Perhaps. Atheron was full of wisdom, but her writings would not be part of a proper hoard. No matter, it was nice to chat, but you still should not be here. Perhaps I could pay you to step aside. Rest assured, I lust for your treasure, and that is my nature. Yet the debt I owe is too strong for mere bribe to turn me aside. I'll be going, then. Gessalus silently watches you depart. Ooh, dang, he is way too strong for us. Alright, let me quick save. Okay, we should be able to take these with no problem, though. Oh, yep, even doing that will prompt him to attack. We'll see if we can take him. I doubt it, but... Oh, come on, really? Okay, we're doing a good amount of damage to him, but still might not have been a good fight to do. Okay, so far both of my bows, Sabrina and Azrael, are sort of carrying this fight. My Dante and Nova are just sort of like not really doing it. But yeah, this I am doing damage to it though, is the thing. Okay, yeah, I thought it would be a lot more challenging of a fight than that. But, nah, whatever. Looks like we will be able to take advantage of whatever it has inside. I didn't even get to see what dialogue it has after he threatened it, but whatever. At least we get some loot out of it. But yeah, I thought the level would make that thing a little bit more stronger than what it actually is. But, whatever. Of course, that doesn't mean that the... Ooh, okay, so... I'm guessing whenever a barrier is blinking yellow like that, it means even with the piercing, crystal won't be able to penetrate, right? Because I used that on a barrier before and it didn't even crack it, so... Okay, so yeah, it looks like this is something we're just going to have to come back to regardless. Okay, well at least we got rid of Gessalus. I really was expecting that to be a tougher fight, though. But then again, who knows what other traps she might have in there. Oh, man. I had to go through all this just to get to there, though. We are a fortune seeker, so I definitely plan to come back there. We just aren't, like, strong enough right now. Apparently strong enough to kill Gessalus, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's go ahead and head over to that training hall, see what that egg will do. If it is supposed to be the right testing hall anyway. Dang, day 45. That's crazy. Oh, are you really wanting to take me on? Get out of here with that. You're so weak, you don't even give me XP for killing you, so. Yeah, get out of here with that. Okay, I want to see if, this is where we're supposed to drop off the egg. Testing, what do you mean? I'd like to be tested. Please prepare yourself. You will undergo a mild assault. As you proceeds, damage me. Should you deliver enough damage to this form in time allotted, you will prevail. Are you ready to begin? I am ready to begin. The construct instantly becomes far more animated. It begins to shamble across the room towards you. Let the testing begin. Please defend yourself. This construct will, if it can, kill you. Dang, it has a lot of freaking health, but we can take it on. Okay, so this is apparently not the right one, but... for our X's quest, but... Yeah, we probably could have done this earlier, but it probably would have been a lot more tedious. Because it has a lot of health, but it's only level 7. The construct suddenly freezes in mid-blow. You hear its gurgling voice again. It says, the trial is complete. You have done sufficient damage to the specially designed target dummy. You have defeated the trial of effectiveness. A token has been left here by the creators to mark you as having succeeded in this endeavor. Should you need to continue your testing, you can find the next phase of trial in the rocky tunnels north of the city of Formello. Oh dang, we definitely could have done this at a lower level. Didn't I already do that though? Man, it has been a very long time since I've been back here. Ah, freaking shade is back. But fortunately, we are going to avoid it in the meantime. Oh, I hadn't even been down here yet, it looks like. Dang, I'm surprised I wasn't down here when I first explored this. All I wanted to was find a training area, not a testing area, not this mess. Well, at least we're getting more loot out of it, but still. That might have been good earlier, to be honest. Okay, these are giving me no XP, so why don't I actually just take the time to head right on back to where I was before. I got time to be looking for this freaking training hall, testing hall, or whatever. Unless I already did it, and I'm just, I feel like I'm already way too far. Okay, so it's right here. Oh, so it automatically unlocked whenever I, Okay, so you know what? I will go ahead and save the game right here. But I'll see you on the next part, and we'll do this in the next part. I'll see you all until then.